Hope we're all doing well today. Second part of the Reign of Blood scenario and the Montezuma campaign all in one. Off screen, I did a whole crap load of stuff. I'm going to go through this rant right now. Not a rant, but a list of all the things I've researched. Heavy plow, double bit axe, hand cart, gold mining, gold shaft mining, got 10 lumberjacks, 10 farmers, town watch, fletching, bow saw, forging, scale mill armor, padded archer armor, tracking, ballistics, town patrol, iron casting, murder holes, chainmail armor, squires, fortified wall, bodkin arrow, leather archer armor, guard tower, crossbowmen, siege workshop, archery range, men at arms, long swordsman, and 2 houses. So that's all I did, and I also got 10 gold miners as well. We're gonna check our and 1 idle villager who did some building for me. So in this part, what I'm going to be focusing on is building up my own military, and to do that, obviously can't build any monasteries, so I'm not going to be able to get those beloved monks, Aztec monks. So I'm going to make about 12 crossbowmen, and I'm going to send them over here because I could go with the skirmisher, elite skirmisher, but I'm not going to be facing any archers against Tlatiluco. So there's no real need to do that because skirmishers are basically the counter unit for facing a lot of archers, which would be good against Tepanaka, but I'm not going into that. And I made a mess up in part 1. Yes, you can get ballistics. I don't know why I made that claim that you couldn't. And I wanted to show something as well. If you compare the Jaguar Warrior with the Long Swordsman, there aren't too many differences. Economically, the Jaguar Warrior is a little bit more expensive with the 30 gold, but the upgrades that you need to get for upgrades for a Long Swordsman opposed to just having to build a castle to have access to a Jaguar Warrior. So the payoff, the economic difference isn't that big of a deal. Jaguar Warriors have 1 more melee armor, and Long Swordsmen have 1 more piercing armor when they're maxed out. And Jaguar Warriors have 1 more attack, but 5 less hit points. So you're kind of weighing the benefits there, but the fact that Jaguar Warriors have an attack bonus against infantry leads me to wanting to boost Jaguar Warriors against enemies that have primarily infantry, which is Tlatiluco. And I really won't be facing Tlatiluco or Tepanaka. I'm going to be focusing only on taking on Tlatiluco, and then I'm going to sneak through Tepanaka's ground, but I'm not going to face either of them, ideally. I might have to run through Tlatiluco a little bit. I don't know how I'm supposed to pronounce that, but I just wanted to bring that up, the Jaguar Warrior and Long Swordsman. Obviously, when I get access to the elite Jaguar Warrior, you're going to want to have those guys. Eagle Warriors have 50 hit points, but only 4 attack initially. They're a little bit quicker than the Long Swordsman, but I wouldn't make Eagle Warriors in place of the Long Swordsman, especially because of how costly Eagle Warriors are. 50 gold, that's too much, basically. Just gonna state that. And I don't believe it's any greater than a 75 population limit. I'm just gonna build a house just in case. And what we're gonna be doing is we're basically going to take out Tlatiluco and then have all their land to use. I will hopefully be able to use the stone mine right here and then build another couple castles, 1 there and 1 there, both next to the shrines. Then I'm gonna get those 2 relics. And the nice thing about the Aztecs, relics generate 33% more gold, so that'd be good while we're having those initial relics. Then I'm going to, there's a big line of trees right here past Tlatiluco. I'm going to take that out and with my lumberjacks, and that will free up me be able to build a dock because you have to go across the river to get to this monastery. Then we're going to plop that relic in, and then I'm going to do a quick thing where I just run over here with an Eagle Warrior, get my monastery prepared. And they're only going to have archer units and eventually Eagle Warriors. But I'm going to produce as many monks as I can and just carry that relic right into the shrine right there, which will be under fire, but all you need to do is to get that relic in the shrine and the scenario is over. So it's going to be pretty quick. And once I get to Tlatiluco, you want to bring all your initial... I'm going to garrison this guy up. Your initial lumbermen, I don't know where they all are right now. I'm going to bring them over here. I don't want them to go all over the place or get mixed in with my farmers. So I did a lot off screen in terms of that. I explored obviously a little bit. There's another gold patch right here. And the nice thing about this campaign, and it's because you're in Central America and it's believed that there's tons of gold, you know, you got the myth of Dorado and things like that. Cortez coming for gold, stuff like that. There's going to be a lot of gold on these maps. thankfully, so you're not going to have to worry about gold in really any scenario. There's a lot of mineral resources, which is good. So you can also wait after a Tlatiluco assault to bring your own units to attack. It's not a huge deal though, and I'm gonna make about 5 petards just because I want to, about 4 petards because I want to take out that initial guard tower before I run my units in, because they're going to be slowed down a little bit by these battering rams. But you can go ahead and garrison up these battering rams, which I'm going to do right now, and just continue defending against these plumbed archer, eagle warrior, and elite skirmisher assaults that Tepanaka brings in. They bring the most units. They probably have the largest initial army. They don't bring any siege units, so they're really not a problem though with your fortified walls that you should have. And garrisoning up battering rams obviously increases their speed and increases their attack power, so it's not a bad idea to do that, especially if you're going to go running past a couple towers here and there. I'm going to make 3 more crossbowmen, and that will leave me with about room for about 8 more Jaguar Warriors, so I might as well go and make 8 more of those guys. I have a Long Swordsman, ostracized Long Swordsman that I'm going to use, and then now that I have this, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to send this Eagle Warrior out here because I'm kind of sick of the Scorpion. I'm going to get him out of there because he'll get in my way for sure. I've locked that gate, as I tend to lock a lot of gates. It's nice to do that if you're going to get consistent assault, but it's not a huge deal in first scenario, for example. So just going to have them garrisoned up in there. And where did I send? Alright, so petards are ready. You can just have them sent all by themselves over there. There's a stone pile right there that I guarantee will not be used. So we can use that up in order to build a couple more castles for ourselves. And make sure you're queuing up some more farms. Oh, we got plenty queued away. Did not know that. And the thing about spearmen or pikemen units in this campaign, they're going to be effective once you you're fighting against the Spanish who have used cavalry, obviously. And once you get Garland Wars, the plus 6 attack with your infantry against cavalry, which is a great upgrade. You will be producing spearmen and pikemen. Unfortunately, not halberdiers. And so we should take this guy down, no problem. We got 2 more left over, so it doesn't really matter where you go. I'm just going to try to take down that barracks or get it damaged a little bit. So we're not going to be obviously having any need for them right now. And oh, I need to build a mining camp again. Beautiful. So I'm just going to wait for one of these guys to get back there. Sorry about that. Hernias all over the place now. And with those 2 guys, we have room for 4 more Jaguar Warriors. And 15 crossbowmen should be plenty. Boom! Boom! That was cool. TNT Dynamite. Not gonna sing the song. And there's no need to go with mangonels or scorpions either. Battering rams will do you fine in this scenario. And this is not. Don't focus on assaulting. You know what? One thing, I have a strategy guide for this game that I never use. I just flip through it when I'm bored and stuff. They really urge you. It's made from the creators of Ensemble Studios. They really urge you to play this game the complete way. They don't want you to cut any corners. They want you to assault every enemy you have on the map without trying to sneak by them and decrease the amount of time you need to play. You know, they just want to have to go through all the different routes that they designed for the game to be. And that's just kind of, I wouldn't say it's cheap. It's just kind of tricky on their part. And I really don't agree with a lot of their strategies, so I don't. They urge you to attack all of your enemies that you have on the map, and obviously I'm not going to be doing that. So, oh, freaking kidding me. Alright, no, that's not where I want you to go. Oh, shoot. Perfect timing, I guess. So we're just going to wait for these scorpions to get taken out. We have this Eagle Warrior out here. I don't want to be running into scorpions. They will do a number, surprisingly, on a lined group of infantry. Yes, again, I'm going to pull the British out in the Revolutionary War. And all the history classes here in America, when they're teaching American Revolution history, they're always like, yeah, we had the advantage because we were kind of like guerrilla warfare, and all the British commanders or generals had their soldiers walking straight formations. And that's why we were able to take, you know, they were so easy to spot and so easy to hit. I mean, I don't know if I buy it or not. I guess it makes sense, but that's what pretty much everyone says. And obviously, British soldiers and the British Army in general is far superior to the American 13 colonies or whatever the to-be American Army was, Continental Army. And so I'm not going to argue right now because I know I have a lot of American viewers and some and some obviously British viewers, so I'm not going to argue that. I don't want to make a feud out there in the comment section. You know how those can really escalate on YouTube. It's very strange. People are very passionate on YouTube, which I like. That's one thing that's great about YouTube. It's not fake and, you know, not realistic and petty like Facebook is sometimes. I don't have a lot of experience with Facebook stuff, so I can't really make that claim 100% with 100% accuracy. And so this is nice. You can have these battering rams in the lead, and we're just going to mow down these men-at-arms with Jaguar Warriors and all sorts of units. And just don't let their villagers get away. If you can take them more out right away, the better. Before they go out and do their fishing, and then probably try to rebuild some of their buildings. So you can just rush in here, ungarrison everybody, hustle them over there, get these Jaguar Warriors and Crossbowmen out behind your units so you can continue to take down any men-at-arms that come over. And you can get these Jaguar Warriors over here, take down this this barracks. And whoa, that is a lot of arrows coming out. Jeez Louise. So hopefully you can get these Jaguar Warriors not too decimated by this town center, and that barracks will be gone, so they have really no backup once we take down this town center. And like I said, you're going to be bringing the rest of your lumberjacks over here. Pretty much with any units that you lose as well will also be replaced by villagers, so you can have them do some wood chopping for you. All right, so they're running rings everywhere. That guy's gonna try to rebuild over by that guard tower, it looks like. And so they do have a mining camp over there and a couple of lumberjacks, so we're just gonna use these Jaguar Warriors who are pretty quick. And if you get squires, they're gonna be even quicker. And take these villagers down slowly but surely. Take her out, take her out. So we're gonna hunt this down. You can leave the market here, don't destroy the market. Monitor where your battering rams are going. And this is the forest that I talked about having be destroyed. Be careful about over there. They have that archery range that they won't use, but they might try to resort to heading back over there. So I'm trying to hunt down the rest of their villagers. I can't really find them right now. Alright, so Tlatiluco has resigned. Beautiful. So we can corral all our units. You can bring them right here. Put them on no attack stance for the time being. There's no need for them to go marauding in the streets of Tlatiluco. I'm sorry, Tlatiluco, not. And Tlatiluco is your only Aztecan enemy here in this first scenario. And how'd you guys... Oh, yeah, that's right. So we're going to put them in no attack stance. And there's only four units that we lost in this quick assault. So now you have all these lumberjacks right here. You're going to produce 4 more. And you're going to have them set a rally point for right there. And then with these guys, you're going to send them west over to this patch of trees. And off screen, I'm going to start it right now, but off screen I'll do the bulk of the tree chopping, because once you chop down all these trees, there's going to be a river right here. You can take it across and just plop your units down over there. There's a couple jaguars over there that you have to take care of, but that'll lead you right to the shrine, and you won't have to go through Tlatiluco or whatever to get to it, which is nice. And so we have this builder, and what we can do with her is we can build a castle right there in front of that shrine that we're going to run into. You can also build another shrine right there, but we're in pretty close proximity. You can send a couple Eagle Warriors. The purple guys will send a few Scorpions from time to time, or a Long Swordsman to one of the shrines. So they're probably your most aggressive enemies in terms of sending guys at your shrine. So we've got some stone there. Big stone that I can't use. Big stone right there. So if you want to build another castle, you can. And that looks like it's running out, so we can just send them up there. So plenty gold on the map, don't worry. And we're way ahead of our Mayan enemies right now. Tepanaka and the purple guys are both Mayan, as you probably have noticed at this point with the plumbed archer usage of Tepanaka. And so here comes the first of many villagers. And you can plop this guy down right there. You can also have your... you can make some trade units, but with the fact that you're going to have plenty of gold, and you're not really going to be creating any more technologies. Treadmill crane's really not that useful unless you're building a wonder or something. You're in Lepanto, but you're the Spaniards in there, so you have a 30% increase in building. And heated shot, we're not going to be facing any ships, so don't worry about that either. So once this castle gets down, I'm going to send my villager over there. Going to create a monk. But it looks like I'm going to have a little bit of a shortage, or not a shortage, but shortage of housing. The population limit's getting a little crammed. So just have them chop through these trees, and off screen I'm going to be doing all this chopping. You can build a tower or something to protect these villagers out here as well. You don't want them to get run over by any aggressive enemies that you may have, but that usually doesn't happen. You don't have to worry about that. And I'm not going to be showing all this chopping the trees, and that's why I didn't show all that research technologies off screen either. I know that most of you guys don't like to see that, and you don't need to see that, so I try to stay away from that for sure. And hopefully that gets built. I was playing the other day. It was like a race against time. This champion was hunting down one of my villagers in the boiling lake. Right as I got to 100%, the champion struck away at my villager. It was in the nick of time. I was biting my nails. As nervous as more nervous than I've gotten playing by myself, not recording, in a single-player game in Age of Empires 2. And Age of Empires 2 is not the most difficult game. I remember back in the days thinking it was so difficult I'd give up easily, and this would be kind of a drawn-out campaign. But as you get older, you think more in depth about what you're doing, and you don't try to overwhelm your enemies as much, and you just try to complete the goals, the objectives. So I'm just going to sell a little bit to get myself another castle, and plop another castle down. Once all this gold is done, you can send your gold miners, which you don't really need, over to get some stone so you can have another castle over here. And then you can just have them join the fun and start chopping down trees. Obviously, you want to be able to get bow saw as well. You can't get two-man saw because we're not in the Imperial Age. And holy crap, this usually does not happen, surprisingly. So it looks like we're going to lose some of these guys, so I'm going to have a little battle right here for right now. And this is surprising. They usually don't send an army over here this quickly, but I don't. Sometimes things change, and this is not a human enemy either. So go for these scorpions first, because crossbowmen will overwhelm our enemy archers here. All right, beautiful. Crossbowmen on archer. Who's gonna win? Me. And this is all on no attack stance too. Alright, so we can set these guys on stand ground right there. I don't care if they destroy that market, to be honest with you. And you just send them back to work. Once this person's done with this castle over there, we can... so we lost a couple villagers, so that frees up a monk for ourselves. We can get a monk going. And obviously you want murder holes right now, because you might get hit on a couple of these castles. And we don't have enough for a guard tower or a town center. So, almost a town center, and I'd recommend building a town center over here. So, let's just check for idle villagers, make sure everybody's doing something. And I don't really need any more gold, so it'd be kind of a waste. You can send them over here now and take care of this stone patch. You might as well, while you're at it, and you can keep these battering rams somewhere around here. And so relic is picked up, beautiful. That'll take care of the villagers that we took away from getting gold. Kill two birds with one stone. Kill two macaws with one stone. Ta-da! Right there. Fly into the black shroud. So, alright, so you're just going to create a path, like I said before. Do that all off screen. And I want to get this other shrine protected, and the other relic in this shrine, in this part as well. And so you're going to have to research some things. You want to get sanctity because of the attacks that you're going to get. The attack, I can make another monk, not a big deal. Because of the attack you're going to get by Tepanaka against this when you get this shrine. So you're going to be producing a monk, and right when you produce the monk, they'll be hit because they're going to be units previously attacking that monastery. So you want to have them be able to survive under that stress. So this person's done. You can send her over here, help build this mining camp. She finally has more of a purpose than building, but building's very important. I always recommend having all your resource gathering guys ready, and you want to get fervor as well. Just have them move a little bit faster, might as well. You always want to have at least the benchmark number. I like to have 10 resource gathering villagers for each resource, but you also want to be able to have like a stray villager that can quickly build or repair a structure for you when you need it. And things like that. So I think that's important to have as well. So have him pick up this relic, and that's really all she wrote for part 2 of Rain of Blood. So I'm going to build a castle here off screen and chop through this path of trees, and then we'll get to the other 2 shrines. See you guys later.